This is a short tutorial for the new ZenoLink Video-Animation Tool. Just went live this morning, and it is in beta format. Will not work in Internet Explorer, so if you're using Internet Explorer to access data via ZenoLink, and you want to see your animations, you will have to use another browser. You have to use Chrome or Firefox or Safari. There's an issue with Internet Explorer and QuickTime, and we're utilizing QuickTime as a function of the beta product to access the movie and the animation. So you will have to use Internet Explorer. What you will do to access the beta version is just like you've always done. Enter your account, choose either by name or by date. Once you get into either name or date, choose an individual that you would like to look at. You will find the same basic format that you've always found for now, but at the bottom of the menu list, if you are using a browser other than Internet Explorer, you will see animation link. Now, the animation link is only going to be useful or only good for high-speed video that has been shot in the last few months. So if you do have reports and data that have been collected using high-speed video over the last couple months, you will be able to access animations. If you are shooting or have shot in the past standard speed video, there will not be animations. The cutoff is a couple months ago, so the end of last year. So if you collected data using high speed, let's say 3-4 months ago, there will not be animations. We only started producing the animations at the end of the year last year. So if you do click on that link and you get to the link and there's no animation, it's either not available or you only shot it in low speed. So you will click on the link, and that will load in the animation tool. Now again, this is a beta format. It is a video. It's not interactive. Eventually this will be fully interactive and integrated with data, graphs, and numerics. As a beta version, to get this going, we're launching it primarily as a video plugin. You will need the QuickTime video plugin installed if you don't have it installed. So that's one thing you're going to need to do. What you will see is the video itself that was utilized to digitize, face on, combined with the 3D animation, and we picked, because it's not interactive at this point, it's a video, you aren't able to change the angles yourself. We chose your 3 standard views, face on, down the line, and from the top. Those views are based on the orientation of the calibration unit. X along the target line or parallel to the target line, Y up and down, and that would define your face on. So perpendicular to that plane is what we're considering face on. Perpendicular to the Z axis, which is inside out, outside in, and the Y axis, up and down, would be down the line. And then perpendicular to the in and out, or Z axis, and the X axis, target line, would be your transverse plane or from the top. Once you have loaded the movie, it runs to the end, you can then move that movie around freely to identify different spots in the swing where you might want to visualize the data, visualize the feedback we've given you, either to yourself for analysis or to your student or your athlete. The player moves back and forward with obviously the toggle, the play button, but also the arrow buttons on your keyboard. It moves forward very smoothly. Backward, it does not move as smoothly, especially with the arrow keys. So that's something to take into consideration. If you want to move backward from this end position into a certain portion of the swing, I would suggest that you click, using your mouse, click on the scroll bar to a position, which will fairly quickly get you to that position in the swing. From there, I can use my forward toggle button, either hold it down to play the movie, as I am right here, or can actually tap it to move frame by frame to a particular position. What's nice then is over here on the left, you can see that I can identify position. So we have our position here synchronized with our position, obviously, in the animation. So you can see face on, obviously, but you can also see now where the club is in terms of playing orientation to the global environment as well as the athlete themselves. And from the top down, you can get a different perspective on, say, for example, club shaft orientation, body segment rotational kind of movement. Here you get a better feel for linear displacement versus anterior posterior displacement of the center of mass. So even though you're looking at that quantitative number in the graphs, you can see this a little bit more effectively in the animation itself. So this is live now. It's available. Go out, use it, play around with it, give us feedback. We will be starting now to integrate data around this, and then eventually the tool set will be much more interactive, and data, graphical data in particular, will be synchronized with the animation. And so you'll have the ability to not only interact with the 3D portion of the animation more effectively, both standard video as well as the video animation, as you play it forward and backward, will be linked to the data. So you can scroll through the data, picking out specific points in data, matching those specific points to positions in the golf swing or in other various activities. Right now, this is only accessible for golf, baseball, pitch or throw, and swing. It will be available for other activities soon, but we will probably advance the model before we make it accessible across the board. So this is our first entree. This is the beta version, giving you some connection between the linear, between the 2D video and the 3D animation. One of the things I think is going to be very nice about this is because we are doing our optical DLT transformations right off of standard video that you can actually see, not marker-based, retroreflective-based kind of video where you're looking at contrast. You can actually see the video. You can see the confirmation of what's being produced in data relative to position of the actual golfer relative to the three-dimensional animation. So all this data will help you not only analyze and assess the data more effectively, but will also help to confirm what you see in the data, the graphs, and numerics with what you're visually seeing in terms of body positions, club orientation, whatnot.